this is a story that happened to me last year. Um, I had my car that I wanted so bad for like a couple of months now, and I was driving back from the gym. I was just gonna go hang out at the mall or something like that, and out of nowhere, um, this truck in front of me comes to a complete stop, and I'm trying to hold on to the steering wheel, and I had to hit the brakes pretty hard in the freeway, which is not something that you want to do because the person behind you won't have enough time to uh, press on the brakes and then collision. And unfortunately, the truck that was in front of me was coming to a complete stop, which made me so mad because you're not supposed to do that when you're trying to switch lanes in the freeway. So he is slowing down super bad, and the whole entire freeway was pretty empty, and the person behind me couldn't brake on time, which led her to have a collision in the back of my bumper. And I remember just as soon as the collision happened, I got out of my car, and I went and I started crying. And not because I was in an accident or because, well, any of that, or because I cared about this lady that just hit my car, even though it wasn't my fault, it was the truck. Um, who I couldn't even I understand that some people might say, "Oh, why didn't you swerve out? Why didn't you swerve out?" I couldn't swerve out because of this truck and other cars that were behind us. Um, Other cars were swerving out, and if I swerved out, I was gonna destroy the side of my car, and if I didn't hit the brakes, I would have destroyed the front of my car. So best option was to just let someone hit me from behind, which is what happened. Because thinking about it now, I'm just like, that would have ended up so bad. So yeah, I get out of the car, all that. I get to the side. This lady had no license, had no car plates. The car wasn't even under her name, etc. It was so horrible. I was so mad, but the reason why I ended up crying so bad the moment I saw, the damage, even though it was something still I could fix, it was all that money was gonna come out of pocket, and I already knew that. I wasn't crying about that. I was crying at the fact that someone just hit my most prized possession to me, and I was literally crying. I got out of the car, and the first thing I hear this lady yelling and cussing me out because I guess she thinks that it's my fault, even though it was an accident. It wasn't even my fault to begin with, though. I hear her yelling at me and stuff, and I kind of muffle her out because I just look at the back of my car and I start crying. I start hugging my car. And yeah, that was a lesson that it was, I didn't know anything what to do. I didn't know if I had to call the cops. It has never happened to me. So that's something I really take as an experience for the rest of my life, honestly, because it was scary and it gave me a lot of emotion seeing my car like that, which was my most prized possession, my favorite thing in the world.